Hello. Hello, my friends. And welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers here on twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. I'm William Banner, the GM for this Pulp Adventure Pathfinder 2e campaign. And while you do not recognize the bodies in the water, do not worry, they remember you. I am joined by our cast, as I always am. The personification of the voices in my head, Matthew playing Garl.
Grant us eyes.
Everyone's favorite cryptid, Abby playing Cassandra/Corellia.
Don't do as I say or as I do.
So do nothing.
Relatable.
Someone who possibly only exists when I perceive them, McKenna playing Nim.
Were we all supposed to pop Valiums before stream tonight? Is that what's going on? I missed the memo.
I don't know, girly. There's still time.
You guys are only popping them during stream?
And of course, the head of the Cooper cultists, seeking to gain wisdom beyond the stars, Cooper playing Lynx.
I wish I was medicated again.
Alright, well, that's enough of that cold open. But yeah, so tonight we are doing our Pulp Adventure Pathfinder 2e game. And every week during this arc I figured I'd do like some fun, different, spooky thing. Echoes of Hours, you were very close, but you were very correct. This was a mixture of SCP and Night Vale as like an inspiration, so good job on that one. I'm going to do like a different horror themed opening at the start of every one of these shows for the next couple of weeks because I thought it'd be fun, and I have some really cool ideas. I'm really excited for when I do the Crypt Keeper. That's going to be a good time. But we have many other shows on the channel that you can check out, like The Calling Chronicle on Friday, The Strength of Thousands AP on Monday. We're starting Book 2. It's a great time to jump in to the adventure path and come join the fun. And, of course, on Sunday, I'm going to do a bonus stream. I'm going to be playing a game called Not for Broadcast. It's a game where you play a editor of a live news channel. And depending on how you edit the news and cut together and do your job, the story will change. I've played the opening level to get a sort of like handle on how it works. The gameplay is very fun. I'll probably be very quiet during it just because there's a whole lot of like different story things going on, but I have a feeling the story will get pretty dark pretty fast. But we got that. I've done the spiel. And I think now it's time for us to run the intro, and then we'll get right into the game. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our party made their way from home to Salagoza, the capital of Calmia. After beginning to explore the city, doing a little bit of shopping, meeting a lovely little scribe snake, 2 flumps that run an inn, and the lycanthropic owner of a familiar rescue and tea shop. Our party returned back to their inn, where a mysterious woman came in and put up a note on the notice board asking that Desna's Hope Orphanage, a local orphanage, is in need of help, and to go and seek out... I have 3 different sections of where the notes are for this, because I have the handout at a different part. And to go seek out Mother Trizelda at the orphanage if you wanted to help. Nim, noticing this, immediately got up after the figure left, went onto the streets, and saw them almost disappear into the mist that so often fills and covers the streets of Salagoza. And that's where we pick up. Nim is in the middle of the street. The rest of the party, you've all noticed at this point that Nim went outside, and that's
Oh no, Nim's playing in the street. Oh no, she has her headphones in.
She has AirPods in. She
What's that,
can't
Merle?
hear us.
Nimbus is falling down a well?
Since Lynx is the one that indicated to her about the little post-it note on the board, he's already following her.
Yeah, tonight the skies are covered in this foggy cloud. The street lamps, electric in nature, lighting the streets. Because of the fog, there's a sort of pale green glow to them.
Wait, are you saying these are flameless lamps?
Mhm.
What sorcery is this?
Electricity.
What now?
What?
Electricity.
Sounds like a
I've heard of it,
spice.
but I don't think it exists.
I also don't think it
It's
exists.
a fad.
Yeah, it sounds like something that'll just fade away to nothing. Everyone knows all you need from science is bombs.
What about
I mean,
medicine?
No.
I mean, I still have these salts that work well. They do kind of burn and they're a little dirty. I think there's actually some dirt in here.
There is only Pesh Pin Grenade.
Anyway, I think upon the disappearance of said Miss Lady, if Lynx has followed her out, I think Nim turns to him and says, I think we need to find where that orphanage is. Can we go now, or should we spend the night and go in the morning? I don't.
How late is it, Will?
It's about 9:15. Yes, Carl.
Garl does have a question. One, Garl is just curious what our motivation is to follow the lead on this poster in regards to our greater concerns, and 2, what is an orphanage?
Well, I guess I'll do the first question first. An orphanage, or the second question first. The
Oh.
orphanage, sometimes, Garl, children lose their families at young ages or are given up by their families. And an orphanage is the place where they stay and are taken care of, usually by a group of matrons.
Are they given combat training?
Hopefully not. Hopefully they are just treated like children and given
Garl got
love
combat
and-
training. When she was a child, I think so. Actually, no, now I think about it, I don't actually remember. I'm assuming.
I suppose you could say it's a hard knock life for everybody.
It's a hard knock life. I did Annie twice, so.
A tragedy, truly.
I played Kate. I was the one who ran up to Mrs. Hannigan and was like, "Look, a dead rat!" That one, that was me, circa 3rd grade. Anyway, side tangents.
What have I done?
Like all these damn theater kids.
You brought this upon yourself.
I did.
And then Nimbus says, "Well, I think children should be given a chance to be children before they are trained in combat. I hope that they are given lots of love there, but orphanages as a whole kind of have a reputation for being a little bit
Neglectful.
yeah.
So what you're saying is, if this place does not meet our expectations, we are to assume control and give the children a proper education, which I think should include combat.
Maybe some self-defense lessons,
Yeah.
depending on how old they are. But We'll see. We'll see.
You can totally bash people with shields. I've seen it done.
There's actually
Okay.
feet support for that now.
Sweet.
And then as to your second question, I don't know how this plays into the grander scheme of things. However, we don't have any leads at the moment, and I don't feel good about not helping.
Well, I trust you, Nim. If you say we should do this, I will smash things at your direction.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate that.
Also at anyone's direction. I haven't smashed anything in a while, and so fists are getting itchy.
Naturally. I can scratch them if you're having a hard time with.
Hold on. Osana taught me this word. It's a metaphorical itch.
Oh, you use that correctly!
Yes.
Holy shit.
Which means I get a chocolate when we get back.
Oh, I think I have one of Ray's leftover caramels. If you would like one of those in the meantime.
I miss her.
Would you like the caramel?
Links?
What?
Would you like the caramel?
No.
Oh, yours,
No.
Carl.
Oh. Did not take the wrapper off.
Oh. But anyway, do you think it would be rude to go to an orphanage at 9, probably 10 by the time we get there? I mean, the little ones will probably be asleep and.
Well, let's look at it this way then. If the children are asleep, then we can likely talk to the proprietor about whatever serious topic of discussion may be going on.
That sounds like a good plan. All right. Well, maybe let's ask the Flumps what direction we should go to find this place. Because
Yeah.
I have no idea where it is.
Would you like to ask Flip or Hit?
Probably Flip.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. How can I help you? Need more drinks?
We saw the notice for Desna's Hope Orphanage on the notice board. Actually, I don't suppose you might know anything about the issues that they've been facing.
They've been having a couple kids go missing on them in the night.
Oh.
In the night specifically.
And in the day, but mostly the last one was in the night time.
In the night.
Terrible. Well, we were going to, ask about the notice, but we need directions to the orphanage.
Oh, yes, of course. So you're going to go down our main road here, and you'll come to a large fork. It'll be like a 4-way street. You're going to take a right, you're going to go down that, and it will be the only spot in the city with a clear sky.
Oh, that's lovely.
Is there a reason why?
Desnan's specifically, it's good to have a clear sky if you're praying to the goddess of the moon.
Weather control? How? I have to know more.
The magic of faith and prayer?
Hmm.
No, that couldn't
As you say weather control, how like a drunk patron raises up, it's the druids. They control the weather. And then
I mean, he's
slams
not
down.
wrong.
It's not wrong.
But I feel like the intent behind his thing is wrong.
They're in our sewers. Plunk.
A little bit charged there.
I
I
mean,
don't mean to tell you how to do your job, but perhaps he should be
crocodile
cut off.
druids.
Oh, that's just Jebediah. He gets like that.
Good old Jebediah.
Good old Jebediah. Well, thank you so much. This information has been invaluable. We'll be back later tonight, I think.
Of course. We'll have your rooms ready. Sheets will be pressed. Beds will be made. And windows will be lockable. And he just kind of like flump smiles and then flumps off.
Oh, wait, before you go,
Yes.
it's been a long day for my new 6-legged friend here, and I was thinking maybe she could spend the time in the room while we go do this. I don't want her to get too overwhelmed right
Of
away.
course. and they just like let out a tentacle. They slide it under the they slide it under the cat, and they just like bring it up and put them on top of their head, like between some of the spikes, so that they don't fall into the flump hole, and they just
Bye. See you tonight. Give her all the cat food she asks for.
Are we sure they eat cat food?
I'm not 100% sure, but I guess it's going to be a trial and error thing.
I suppose.
Have you decided on a name for her?
Not yet. Still thinking on it.
Small baby.
All right. Well, Nimbus makes for the door and is hot stepping it to the secondary location.
nice.
Lynx is right behind, and I would like to see if I can keep an eye out, if at all possible, for any sort of rapscallions or ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, there are many rapscallions and ne'er-do-wells on the streets. As you are walking down the streets, you see like a number of figures just slinking in the shadows, moving from alleyway to alleyway. But they seem to be leaving you alone.
That's nice of them.
Can I try to parse out a reason as to why that might be?
Sure.
What would you like me to roll?
I would say a perception check for insight.
Fair enough.
It seems like these people have places to be. The nighttime allows the more common folk to move around without being noticed. Perhaps that has something to do with it.
I think we also may be giving walking with a purpose kind of energy, which if you've ever
Don't
been
get
in
involved.
if you've ever been in a big city, that's like the first piece of advice that I ever got was like, don't look like you're lost even if you are. Walk
Also
with a purpose
Garl.
everywhere.
Garl, who at this point also
Also Garl.
make it very obvious that their hand is on the hilt of the sword, and is just got the biggest "don't get in my way" look.
Ooh.
But yeah, after a few moments of travel, you come to a decently squat building. Has like it has a small yard in the front of it with a very dead tree. A metal gate that has like those like old English like metal gates with that like black iron rods with spikes. That surrounds the property. And then at the central gate, which is like hanging open with like a screeching sound as it's blowing in the wind a little bit, just like written above it in like iron rods is Desna's Hope Orphanage. The sky above the orphanage, completely clear, and the stars almost seem to shine a little bit brighter in this location. Although, looking up at it, once again, more stars have gone missing.
I got to tell you, looking around, this place does not look like any sort of promised Neverland.
Yeah.
Do you say that in character?
What?
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
I mean, even if it was, it'd still be better than season 2. All right, let's go.
What season 2? There was no season 2.
Yeah, literally.
That was a fever dream caused
just
by
didn't
bad
exist.
cheese.
I
Nimbus.
feel like this is an anime thing.
It is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would like to roll a perception check to check for anything interesting or, weird.
Make me a perception check.
I will do that as soon as I actually get my character sheet to cooperate.
Mood.
Oh,
Ooh.
Garl is on the case.
Garl notices something. So it's a 2-story building, and on the second story, towards like the far right of the building, there is a window there that is completely covered with paper.
So it's a grow up. Wait, no, that's tinfoil.
Yeah, it's completely covered with paper. It looks like it would block out the night sky.
I'll point that out to everyone.
Interesting.
Why would somebody in an orphanage that's supposed to work with Desna block out the night sky?
To be fair, the window could be broken and they're trying to keep a breeze out.
That is a very strange thing. Well, perhaps we can ask about it once we're inside.
Shall we start a list of questions?
Maybe we just go in and see what feels right. If we're assuming that we can ask questions at all, they may just
Well,
tell us to come back in the morning.
They posted a notice, didn't they? They're asking for like assistance.
Yeah,
So I imagine they would like to be cooperative.
hopefully. Anyway, let's. Alonzi.
Allons-y.
So you make your way through the gate, and it opens up with a loud screeching sound. And then almost just slowly blows closed casually behind you. As you walk up the cobblestone path towards the orphanage, the building is very well kept. Other than that one window, it's pristine. The grass is trimmed. The tree, albeit dead, is not rotting. It's just simply dormant by the looks of it, with a small fountain at its base. And the doors to the orphanage are a lovely mahogany.
Mahogany.
Price upon the lovely mahogany.
Yes, as you knock on the door, it just opens.
Bad. Okay, off to a terrible start. Don't like that.
Everyone make me a perception check.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of mixed signals from this place.
Oh, we're all very perceptive tonight.
More perceptive if I could get to my character sheet. There we go.
42.
There's just something about that number.
And a nat 20 from Cassandra
So-
coming in with a seal chair.
Cassandra and
Noise.
Nim, you will hear coming from the second floor just the lightest sound of music, like a
Humming, that's a good sign.
That's a great
Right.
sign.
It's
That's
less
actually-
humming, but you hear the notes. You can't make out any words.
Oh,
If I can make out the notes, would I perhaps recognize it as like a Desnan hymn?
Make me a religion
or-
check.
Gladly.
That is
Ooh.
another
Hot damn.
natural 20. What the fuck?
Nim, you
Oh, we're not
you
fighting tonight,
immediately
'cause this is gonna
recognize
go
it.
downhill real fast.
This is a lullaby that your mom would sing to you when you were
Oh.
but a wee little child. The lyrics go along the lines of, "Let your heart be light, and her wings take you tonight to a land of sweet dreams and a restful night." And it just is basically that, some variation of that over and over again.
You see Nim's lower lip do like the teeniest, tiniest of quivers.
You pull a muscle.
No.
I know a thing or two about crying. And it looks to me like you're about to cry. What's wrong, buddy?
Lynx, you don't know a goddamn thing about crying, and don't play like that now.
It's simply
That's not
because
nice.
it's simply because Nimbus is human, you understand.
Oh boy. Let's not open that again.
I think Nim maybe looks around
I'm gonna
to
die on
see
that
if
fucking hill, I
there's
swear to God.
a door leading to an office, and if not, she'll just start heading upstairs.
The
because that's
first
where it
floor
sounds
appears to be
people
like
are.
a kitchen, a room for meals, and what appears to be like a large playroom.
No library for these children who's going to nurture their minds.
That's part of the playroom. There's like a shelf with a number of books on it.
Okay. Okay.
Books.
Interesting.
Yes,
Hmm.
none of which are bound in human skin.
Oh, that's good.
That's a
What?
great sign.
An encouraging detail.
Yeah.
Bars on the floor.
I remember a scary story once, so I'm going to be doing this every 5 minutes. Whenever we enter a new room, I'm going to look at the ceiling.
It is a lovely bit of woodwork. It's just standard boards. It's nice.
I'm gonna keep doing that every time we enter a room.
Fair enough.
Nothing getting the drop on us.
It's almost like that's odd, but paranoia instead.
Yes.
But yeah,
If no one appears to be downstairs, I will head up towards where I hear the singing.
sure thing. You all make your way up the stairs. They have like the softest bit of creak beneath your feet. The singing has stopped at this point, and you see a woman basically closing a door ever so gingerly at one end of the hallway. She is very pale and very like her skin is very tight on her. Like her bone structure is very like obvious in her build. She has what appears to be like it would be very long black hair, but it's been put up into a bun. She has like this like lovely black and green dress on that's like has like an outer corset kind of like keeping everything together and tight and like very much making her figure look very good. She would almost look like nobility. Like she has like a very like air about her, like almost like a noble nun would be the best way to put it.
Any obvious seams in her taunt skin? Any zippers, perhaps?
There are no zippers in her skin.
Okay.
Mother Triselda, I presume.
She takes a moment. It's like, oh, my apologies. I did not hear my own words go off. One moment, and she just kind of like waves her hand. Better. And she walks up to all of you. Yes, how may I help you? It's a little bit late to be coming to an orphanage.
Yes. My apologies. We saw the note posted at the Flip House.
Oh, that was very quick. Please, come with me, but please be very quiet. Many of the children have just gotten to bed. We've just put them down for the evening. We'll meet in my office, and I'll let you know. And please be very quiet. We don't want to disturb the matron. She doesn't necessarily approve of me hiring people to help with this.
Oh. Does she have other plans?
I'll speak more of it once we get to my room.
Of course.
And she'll walk you all down the hallway, directly across from a door. All the doors in this building are the same. They have like the solid door, but like with a window. And her room doesn't have a window on the middle, but the room directly across from her, the door, like the window on the door, is covered in paper, and it looks like it's like the pages of books that have been ripped out and like taped to the door walls.
Cassandra goes,
I mean,
Audacity.
kids like arts and crafts, I hear?
Yes, that is Abigail's room. She's not been taking the disappearance of her friend well. Please come in. And she opens the door.
Abigail.
And inside is a very small room. It's about 15 feet wide by 15 feet long. There's a bed in one corner, a small desk, and she goes and like she takes like a number of stools out from under the bed and sits them down, and she sits in the chair at the desk and kind of just turns it to face all of you. Yes, I am Mother Triselda. I am one of the caretakers of this orphanage. Matron Veninessa. That's Venniessa.
Can you put that in the Roll20 chat?
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Matron Veninessa is the head matron of this. Is the head matron of this orphanage. Yes. But you saw the note. I suppose and it looks like she's like struggling with her words. I suppose I should alert you as to what's going on. You see, a number of our kids have been going missing as of late in the recent days. So far, 4 have gone missing. All young ladies. The most recent of which, Lavania, was Abigail's former dorm mate at the orphanage.
Did she see what happened?
Did anyone?
Yes, Abigail saw something. I think her mind began to play tricks on her, though. It was quite the fearful sight. She's having strange reactions to what she saw.
Care to elaborate?
She simply said it's like the stars themselves came and plucked Lavania from her bed, leaving nothing but her stuffed bear behind.
Oh, I'm assuming that's what the newspaper and book pages in the windows is about.
Yes, she's been terribly fearful of the night ever since, and trying to block out any starlight that can come in.
Can I make a general occultism check? Like, just try to recall knowledge about anything this might remind me of?
Yeah, make me an occultism check. The DC is pretty high for this creature.
I would like to re-roll this occultism check.
Sure, it didn't come through on my end.
It's a crit one.
Oh, I lost my internet connection. That would be why.
Ah, all good.
Momentarily. There we go.
Hey.
Okay, so this is better. It's probably still a fail, but I got a 41 occultism.
Yeah, so nothing comes to mind. Perhaps a will-o-wisp, but a will-o-wisp wouldn't be able to hold a tangible form like that. Wouldn't be able to pluck a child from a bed.
Interesting.
Maybe some type of cryptid.
Let me double check my feats. I feel like I have something a little bit goofy.
Would it be worth to roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, if you want, you can do that too.
Sometimes the crystals whisper things to Garl, but no, not tonight.
And is it worth rolling a religion check?
If you'd like.
I would like. 31?
There is a myth about Desnan basically butterflies taking the spirits of the dead to the afterlife as like globes of light, but they wouldn't take a full-blown child.
Yeah.
Have I read anything like this?
Library
Make me a
lore!
Library
check.
lore.
Library lore.
Yes, recently you have read something about this.
Incredible.
You were reading through essentially a pamphlet going around that was basically a collection of not folk tales, but like urban legends and such. And there is an urban legend about a fiery small thing that comes and hurts children and sometimes takes them away. That's popped up within the last few years. But it's probably not connected to this.
Suspicious. Not gonna lie. Could I... As we continue, can I utilize this feat, Schooled in Secrets, to see if I notice any sort of, patterns lining up?
Sure.
Any sort of trends, maybe?
Well, she's going to continue speaking.
Of course.
The other people who have gone missing is another girl. Her name was Connie. Her and her roommate Vanny both were taken at the same night, and they just don't know what happened. They were in their room. She put them to bed, and then the next morning they weren't there, but their stuffed animals are left on their bed.
Have Lavania, Connie, and what was
Vanny.
the last? Vanny.
Yes. And then there's another girl who went missing, but she went missing during the day. Her name was Margot. And her stuffed snake is yet to be found. Margot was a goblin.
What?
Poor Margot.
What?
Was a goblin. She's dead now.
Well, they don't know where she is, so she's passed. Margot is a goblin.
Do we have...
Last we saw her.
What are the stuffed animals that are left behind? Like, are they all the same? Or are they all different?
So Lavania had a bear. Connie had a rabbit. Vanny had a frog. And Margot's snake is yet to be found. Each one of the children at the orphanage is given a stuffed animal to sort of, give them a companion in the night. I make them myself, and she'll point to, like, a corner where you just see, like, partially made stuffed animals.
It's very sweet.
I try to whisper to Nim and or Cassandra, can you detect, like, any magic from the toys?
I suppose. Mother Trizelda, do you mind if we?
Oh,
if
no,
we do
please,
some
go ahead.
finding?
I've cast my own spells and things, but I haven't been able to find anything.
Of course.
I know I just did an occultism check, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Could I do an underworld lore?
Sure.
Just because, like, it might be a little bit more demonic, I guess. Hot damn.
Lynx, as you're thinking about it, as, like, she describes what's going on, and after a few moments, Lynx, you're able to kind of put some pieces together. There is a creature. That is something that you've looked into, as it's something that you and your friends often would joke about existing. But it does exist. People have seen them. They're just very rare. They are a hybrid of human and moth that has a ability to create sort of like blinding lights around them. They are a Mothman.
Man, he's a moth and a man. It is Mothman.
My God!
But based on the description, it sounds like there would probably be several of them doing this.
Oh my
Mothman?
God.
Oh, do you share this information with
A
the class?
flutter of Mothmen.
Nim, you're investigating, right? Like, you're doing the read
doing-
auras.
Yeah, doing some read aura, detect magic, those kind of cantrips.
Abby, what are you doing at the moment?
Thinking about where we can get a giant lamp.
Understandable.
Mothman.
I'd like to pull Cass aside, preferably out of earshot,
It's fair.
and silently discuss the possibility of Mothman.
Have I read anything about Mothman before?
Mothmen. It would be Mothmen. Lynx figures there'd probably be more than one of them doing this.
Have I
Abby,
read
you
any-
don't. Do you have, like, read lips or anything?
I do have read lips, motherfucker.
Okay.
I have
Abby
that
doesn't.
exact goddamn
I
feat.
don't.
Bitch, me too.
Bitch, me too. Material girl.
Material girl. But have you perhaps read anything? Like, can we cross-reference any sort
I
of-
don't think I'm going to keep the earlier library lore check.
All good.
You would not have any information about them. They're a very rare creature, and like this is very much out of how they would normally work. Perhaps they're being manipulated by some source. That might be something going on there.
I am unaware yet intrigued.
Mother Triselda continues basically speaking. Yes. So far the other kids, they haven't really noticed anything. And she'll like point out in the hallway to a couple doors down. The first door to the right is Mathis and Alistair. Then Abigail is directly across from me, and then at the end of the hallway on the left, across from the matron's room, is Matilda and Carrie.
Abby.
Yeah, kick them right in the mothballs. Oh boy.
And just because I've noticed that whatever's been doing, taking the children, has been leaving the stuffed animals behind. I will tell you what animals I built for them as well. I made an octopus for Abigail, a fish for Matthias, a bat for Jezebel, a dog for Alistair, a jellyfish for Matilda, and a small stuffed pig for Carrie.
Pig.
Wait, wasn't Carrie covered in pig's blood?
Yes.
Will's.
Yes, she
Yeah.
was.
It's full of Easter eggs, guys.
William, a bastard.
I think I did.
He would never.
Oh boy.
Okay, so a fish for Matthias, a dog for Alistair, an octopus for Abigail, a jellyfish for Matilda. What was for Jezebel?
A bat.
Gotcha.
No repeat so far.
Nope. She makes a basically a unique stuffed animal for every kid that comes in here,
It's really sweet.
because these are her kids.
All children are unique.
Would it be possible to talk to Abigail just so we can maybe, possibly, if she's all right with it, do a mind link to see exactly what she saw?
I could do join pasts
Oh.
if she'd be. We can come back in the morning for that, though. If
I
she's
can check if
sleeping.
she's awake. Abigail's not been sleeping during the night time.
I can only
recently,
imagine why.
for obvious reasons. Yeah, give me but a moment, and she'll go. And if you guys want to make perception checks, you can.
Sure.
I will. Squint.
Another
Critical
natural
success.
fucking 20. Jesus fucking
Garl,
Christ.
like as they're opening the door, you like zone in on this immediately, because there's like Garl has a certain sense of like
I did.
of like a natural sense of like sniffing out fear or malice or just any sort of like possible danger. And like as Mother Triselda opens the door, you catch the briefest glimpse of like this like small girl hunched over underneath the windowsill, just like clutching this stuffed octopus, with like ripped up pages of a book around her, some of which that she has like scribbled on with like black marker to try to keep the starlight out. And she's just like sitting down. She has like this like very like curly black hair that's just going down around her, and it's Abigail, and there's like a light. Mother, please, can you sing the lullaby again? But a moment, Abigail. There's some people here that want to talk to you. They're going to look for Lavania, and Abby just immediately like Abigail just like looks visibly tense. She like shoots her glance towards Lavania's bed, and at this point, Mother Triselda kind of like motions for you all to come into the room, and you see on the bed, basically just like slumped in the middle of the bed, is like a stuffed bear.
Hmm.
Hello, Abigail. My name's Cassandra.
Cassandra. Upon seeing you, Nimbus, she lets out a blood-curdling scream.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Night sky!
Okay. I'm gonna go. Sorry.
Because
I
you
would like to
follows
make-
Nimbus out.
I would like you to make an athletics check to give this small child the strongest but most comforting hug ever.
make me an athletics check.
She kills you instantly.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
No!
I like to put out a natural one and I still got a 30. So I'm gonna use a hero point. I'm gonna re-roll that as soon as roll 20 catches up with my intent. Come on.
Maybe someday.
38.
There it is.
You give her a very solid hug, But yes, Nimbus, you are wearing the cloak of the night sky.
I stuff that cloak in my bag so quickly.
Quick, do something with sun. With the sun.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
But yes, she calms down after that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. It's just a fancy.
They came
It's
the
just a
night.
fancy
They took
cloak.
her. They took my friend. Now I only have one friend. And she hugs the octopus even harder.
What is your friend's name?
Coral.
They've never told me their name. They can't talk. Oh, I wish they
Well.
could talk. If they could talk, I could have another talking friend.
Could give them a name.
I don't want to. If I give them a name, they'll just leave.
Ouch.
Well, don't you worry, Abigail. We are professional star stoppers.
Star Stoppers.
Make me a deception check.
We're here to help.
Make me a deception check with the Star Stoppers thing.
That's debatable. I would need deception for that.
I mean, if Gar believes it, is it really deceptive?
I mean, the intent is real. 19?
Oh,
This child's DC must not be
understands
very
the
high.
intent. The intent comes through, but she says, I don't believe you, but thank you.
We're here to investigate, and if it's not too painful, I'd like to ask you to remember what happened that night. If you think about it, and
I
ponder
think
over
about
your
it all the
mind-
time. It just plays back. Why didn't they take me? Why didn't they take me too? They took Connie and Vanny together. Why didn't they take me too? Was I not wanted? Not even by the darkness. Not even by the night sky. Desna doesn't want me. Nobody wants me.
Can I give you a hug?
She'll just take the hug.
Okay. I promise you're wanted. I mean, look at Mother Trizelda. She loves you. You know that,
I'm
right?
only a burden for her. Another mouth to feed.
You're not a burden.
Having a feel-good night tonight.
Yeah. Like I said, this one was going to be a little bit.
You're not a burden. You're a very sweet young lady. And I think you're going to be a very great help. I think you're going to bring your friends home, and they're going to come back, and it's going to be a wonderful reunion. And I think you'll make more friends, ones that can talk.
She's just hugging the octopus even tighter now.
All right. I'm going to cast a little bit of a spell, if that's okay with you. And if you let me, I'm going to see what you saw that night, if that's okay.
He just nods quietly.
Alright. I do the thing.
And you see the quiet dorm room. You basically, Lavania comes over to Abby's bed, and they're sitting on the bed together, and she goes under her shirt and pulls out a book. I managed to smuggle it up here, Abigail. We can read something together before we go to bed tonight. And it's just like a nice little story of two friends exploring the world and seeing all the different beautiful sights and places, and they're like, oh, that can be us one day when we're older. And after a few moments of that, Lavania kind of closes the book here and just gives it to Abigail. I'm going to go to bed, but you can keep reading. The stars are so bright tonight. We can make out the letters pretty easily. And you've always been better at reading than me. and she goes and like just like snuggles into her bed, and Abigail continues to read the book, and then the light becomes brighter, and then the light becomes brighter, and then the light becomes brighter, and then it's blinding. And then there are shapes in the light, about 6 of them, that come in. And as they come in, you see basically 3 of them head towards Lavania's bed, and they pick her up. They basically bundle her up in sheets and just pull her out of the room and begin to just go away. And now the light's ever so slightly dimmer. You see 3 moth figures. 3 full mothmen. Basically coming towards Abigail. She lets out a blood-curdling scream. And as these creatures are grabbing her, you see the stuffed animal, like the limbs almost extend. And they smack a couple of them away. And then the door opens, and you just see like this like bit of like darkness come over the figures. They book it out of the room without grabbing her, and Mother Trisella just comes in and gives Abigail a hug and like closes the window and locks it. And then there's a whole bunch of activity, and then the memory ends.
Okay. Thank you for trusting me. For what it's worth, I think maybe you weren't taken because you had your friend there help you. And also you were already awake. That might have something to do with it as well.
He helps sometimes.
Yeah, can you tell me more about your friend?
He is my friend. He helps. He helps me with things.
What kind of things does he help you with? How does he help?
Reaching things. And then Mother Triselda will kind of speak up. Her parentage is a little bit odd. She was dropped here by a familiar.
Interesting.
A psychopomp.
Interesting.
If you guys want to make occultism checks, you can.
I happily will.
I, Matthew, know what a psychopomp is very well.
I'm just gonna say it. I hate that you have a good occultism check and a good religion check. Fuck you.
Lynx,
In fairness, that was a 19.
Lynx can definitely pull it out first. So yeah, psychopomps are basically creatures that are often shepherds of the soul. However, they're also very like well known for warding and such. And sounds like maybe that might be part of Abigail's parentage. Perhaps she has a psychopomp bloodline.
Interesting.
Just in case, I've got magic sense, and I've also got spiritual sense. So, like, is there anything going on in the room between the 2 of those?
Yes, actually. So spiritual sense will give you some stuff. Specifically, the stuffed animal she has, there appears to be a number of spirits inside of it.
Huh.
Terrible.
I could consult the spirits. I don't know if I'd want to do that right in front of her, though.
I agree.
What's the headmistress's name again?
Matron Veniesna.
Oh no, I mean the one we're talking to.
Oh, Mother Triselda.
Mother Triselda. Oh, Mother Triselda. When you made this octopus friend, you said sometimes you put spells on them, or you were using spells to look at them?
I was using spells to look at them. I don't infuse any magic into the stuffed animals.
There are quite a few spirits attached to this octopus.
One for each limb?
It was kind of active the night of Lavania's disappearance. It kind of used the tentacles to defend Abigail.
Do you think that's fortuitous luck, or?
Perhaps that's why Abby was not taken.
I might be able to try consulting the spirits, but I don't know if I'd want to do that right in front of her.
I agree.
I don't think she will let go of that stuffed animal.
I don't either.
I'll go to Abigail and say, Abigail, when you're talking to your friend here, you said they don't speak, but do you get any feelings from them?
Every now and then, I feel like sometimes I feel like when I'm hugging them, I'm being hugged like when Triselda hugs me. But I'm just hugging this. It's like I'm getting multiple hugs.
Efficient.
I'm going to ask you something, and it might require you to be very brave for a little bit, alright?
Okay.
We would like to ask your friend here some questions, but we're not sure how it's going to happen. Would you let us take your friend for a little bit? I will stay here with you. I will hug you. I will be here for you in any way that you need.
If they're going to talk, I want to hear them.
Are you sure? It could be very scary. We don't know.
I mean, how much worse could it get?
You're very brave.
Don't ask that kind of question.
I don't want to lose my friend. I don't want to lose another friend.
I can sit with you while she does it.
Okay. And then Abby, like, very reluctantly lets go of the octopus and, like, puts it, like, into your hands, Nim. And then she just, like, attaches to Cassandra.
As one does.
I cradle that little octopus like it is my own baby, like freshly birthed, like as gently as possible. So let's get into it. Consult the Spirits is a skill feat.
Mm-hmm.
I have it for religion. However, I'm wondering if occultism might be better for this check because religion more pertains to angelic demonic spirits and occultism is more like lingering spirits or psychic echoes of the departed dead.
This would definitely be occultism.
Prefer to roll religion.
Can I at all assist?
It would definitely be
with
occultism, and yes, Lynx, you can definitely assist.
I did want to check one thing to confirm. The window here is all covered up with papers, right?
Yes.
All right. Even with that, Garl is going to go stand and use her considerable bulk to stand in front of the window's space, even though it's covered by pages or something.
Fair enough.
And just so you know, William, because I don't know what the DC is, if there's a critical success, the spirits reveal themselves to you and have a helpful attitude towards you. Only you can perceive these spirits, so me and possibly Lynx if he's helping. They answer 3 simple questions about the environment within 100 feet of you, depending on the skill you choose and the type of spirits you contact. The answers are almost always a single word. Their knowledge is limited within their area of interest. A success is as with critical success, but the spirits are indifferent and only answer 1 question. A failure, you are unable to contact the spirits of this place, and a critical failure, you contact one or more malevolent spirits.
Fair enough.
Would
They
you
are hostile
mind-
towards you, but may not immediately appear so. They answer up to 3 questions, but give you information that is harmful in some way, as determined by the GM.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I'll
Would you
shoot it
mind
guidance.
linking this spell, Nim? I want to see if I can argue using oddity identification with it.
Oh, interesting.
I'd allow it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it does seem to be like a scrying almost.
Yeah, I would definitely allow it. Because Mother Chiselda knows that like, this could make a little bit of noise, she's going to take you two into the basement.
Okay.
Just because she doesn't want to wake the matron, she doesn't want to wake the children.
That's fair.
It's safer.
Basement red flag.
It's safer in the basement.
I'm guessing Abigail's coming too. She didn't want to let this thing out of her sight.
If you allow her to come, she will. But if not, she'll just stay attached to you in the room.
Okay, like,
Best.
yeah, I'll keep her
Cute.
in the room. I'll just play with the hair. I'm like, you have very pretty hair. I used to have dark hair too once, but not as pretty and dark as yours.
Oh no. So this will add a +2
Yep.
question mark.
All right.
Am I-
So both of
Am
you
I
roll me
making the
occultism.
occultism? Got it.
Yeah, both of you roll me occultism.
All right, and I have a guidance on this.
Yikes.
I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna use.
I'm
luck
also gonna re-roll it.
Fair enough.
point. Okay.
That's a 34.
You make it into the basement. Mother Giselda kind of like sits down. It's like, here, we can use this room. And she like sets a number of chairs around a table. She turns on the candle lights for down here. While the other rooms in the house have electricity, the basement appears to only be lit by candlelight. And they're flickering.
Budget cuts.
And,
Hopefully, a 31 is at least not a critical failure.
you begin the thing. You get one question.
Each?
Total if you're helping me. First of all, William, question to you: what do they look like?
So, there are 6 spirits in total that appear to be in this octopus. All young children. And when Mother Triselda sees them, she kind of like lets out a little bit of a tear.
Okay. Okay.
Like very young.
But only 4 people were missing from the orphanage, so I don't think that's. We have one question. What do you want to ask?
I think it's important that I ask this first. Madame, Mother Triselda,
Yes.
who are they?
Sometimes children come to our doorstep in a state. And sometimes they don't make it.
Okay. I would like to ask Nimbus something. Are we holding hands right now? Like, are we joined physically?
Sure. Yeah.
In the
Okay.
physical space.
Lynx has parsed this about you that you can read lips.
Okay.
I would like to silently communicate with Nimbus.
Go for it.
I don't know what we should be asking.
Nim mouths back. Do you think it's worth asking if they know what they thought that night?
I think I know what they did. But like, I do. I think I know what they fought that night. I don't think that's worth asking.
Okay. Is it worth asking what their connection to Abigail is?
Potentially.
In order to find out why they defended her that night and not Lavania?
Do you think we should ask? I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth asking how we can save them.
No, I think that is a good question to ask.
Do you think they would know?
They might. They warded them off once. They might know how to help them.
That's a good point.
Carl's just like, what is going on?
We probably look fucking crazy, and I'm living for it.
Nimbus
Build it.
pipes up to the spirits and says, how can we help the children who have been abducted by these monsters, these lights?
One word. One word.
One word.
Not filled with malice, but regret. Kill.
Kill the children?
I don't think they mean Abigail.
No.
The matron.
We don't
What's
know.
that? No.
That's the one. We had one question, and we don't know.
The spirits return to the octopus.
I guess Nimbus, before they fade away, just says, thank you, and thank you for helping Abigail.
Make me a diplomacy. Persuasion.
Will, I can't hear you.
Make me a diplomacy check.
Ooh. 43.
Nice.
as the spirits are dissipating. You'll get 3 more words from them. Abigail, vessel, key.
God damn it.
Okay. All right.
Lynx is gonna tap you on the shoulder.
Oh, yes.
And silently, this is a morally gray question. What do you think would happen if we killed Abigail and then
Lynx!
brought her back to life?
Oh my god! Sweet Desna, what is wrong with you? What goes on under that mop of hair? Inside of that little head?
This is going
What
to
goes on
drain.
in there? Why would you even... Who knows? Why would you even... No, I'm not considering that. I am...
He lets go of
Nimbus-
your hands.
I can't deal with this right now.
There is one more avenue of investigation that I would like to go through with tonight. Would you say that Lavania's teddy bear was a significant item for her?
Yes, it was her favorite toy.
I might be able to discern her location.
You would definitely be able to do that then.
Okay, so here's
Speed things up
the
a bit.
thing. Discern location is a level 8 spell. The cast time is 10 minutes. the range is unlimited.
Yep.
Meaning that even if she is not on this plane of existence, I would still be able to discern her exact location down to the building, community, and country and plane of existence. I can target the creature only if I've seen it in person or have one of its significant belongings, or I have a piece of its body, but that's fucking gross.
We love.
Yeah, you could definitely use that. Would you like to?
I would. I think I will. I think I will first return Abigail's octopus to her, and thank her profusely for lending us her friend.
Yeah, you find us just so what books did you use to do all this?
Oh, those were let's see, that one, and she's like pointing like to the different pages. That one was a math book.
Good.
You know what? That is fair.
You're a good kid.
That one, it was a math book. Lots of math. I don't like math.
I understand completely.
As the two of you are walking back upstairs, Mother Triselda will tell you about those kids.
Okay.
So they were children that
kids.
came to the orphanage ill.
Hmm.
Like they were left on their doorstep with like debilitating disease, and unfortunately, Mother Triselda is not a incredibly powerful cleric, so she is not able to treat the disease with magic. However, like Abby would spend time with these kids, and would like be there for them, and then they would pass on, and that's probably why they're inhabiting Abby's octopus.
Yeah.
Aww.
Sag.
Oh, I will return her friend to her post haste.
Mm-hmm.
I think when Nimbus does arrive up there, and returns the octopus to Abigail, she makes a point of saying, "Your friend loves you very, very much."
She just
I talked to
Lynx.
him. I talked to him personally, and he loves you so much.
and they're just holding it so tightly.
Lynx, in the most awkward way, kneels down beside Nim, looks her in the eye with his one blind eye, scarred face, and does in fact say, "I think in the darkest of nights, you will always be safe as long as you take care of this animal."
Abby is holding on to that thing with their entire life.
Now,
You're a good
Abby,
kid.
I'm going to borrow Lavania's friend, the little bear. It might help me. It might tell me where she is.
She smiles at that. Like the first time you've seen this little girl smile.
All right.
We love.
All right. So Nim takes the little teddy bear, probably puts it on the floor, and probably does a little ritual. Because it's a 10-minute casting time, I'm assuming there's some ritualistic mumbo jumbo. I don't think they give you any material components, but
Material girl.
it says material, somatic, verbal, but they don't tell you what materials. So like, it
Nimbus,
doesn't
you're
cost
supposed to
anything.
be a lockdown.
William.
But William,
I'm a material
girl. I'm a somatic girl. I'm a verbal girl.
I'm willing to bet that material means like their prized belonging or, God forbid, their limb.
But anyway, I'm gonna cast that spell.
So you know their exact location with that.
Yes.
I am so sorry. I have to pee. I literally cannot hold it
Go
any
for it.
longer.
I
That's
hope
so
you're wearing
valid,
pants.
Misty.
Material girl.
Sure am. For once.
Material girl.
So,
Be right back.
This is taking a turn. This is taking a weird
Nim,
turn.
as you cast the spell and it's completed, one location pops up.
Mothman Hotel.
The castle beneath it. Another location pops up. A library in the city.
Oh, Cassandra, your favorite terrain.
And a third location pops up. Moving throughout the streets of the city.
Oh no. Oh
Oh wait, no, it's in 3 pieces.
Shh, Cassandra. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't say that.
Or they're
So-
really fast.
Since I have the exact location, I would know like precisely which library.
There's only one library in the city. It's like a big, massive library.
And around where is she moving in the city?
Essentially like through the streets of like the docks area.
Okay. So
So
I'll
the
just say
library is where the
box.
human skin books are.
Cassandra, I swear to God.
Matilda!
To be specific about the location, it is the Salagoza University Library.
Okay. All right. And I'm assuming the castle means like the big one up on the
Yeah,
top.
big castle up on the hill. The Castle Salagoza.
Okay.
House on the hill.
Can I make an Arcana check to see why the fuck discern locations would give me 3 locations for a single target?
Sure.
I don't know if I want to know, but I have to know. Oh, Arcana check, don't fuck me now.
You're gonna like that answer best.
32.
That's pretty good.
So, there is a magical theory about how the soul is made up of many different parts and how a person is made up of many different parts. There's the person's physical body. There is the person's mental body. And then there's the person's spiritual body. If that theory is
Okay.
true, perhaps that, or perhaps she is still alive but somehow split into multiple parts. That is
She
the question.
Because that's true. If she was dead, I don't think I would be able to do discern location.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that does confirm at least that she is alive.
In some fashion.
In some fashion. Okay. Okay. Wonderful news. Your friend is alive.
Are
it's
you
just
going to get her
take-
back?
It's going to take some doing, but we'll do our best.
Do you promise?
We promise to try.
I promise we will try our very best and do as much as we can.
Holds up Fingy.
What's the chance?
You just
of
hear a
Pinky
voice in the
Fingy?
back of your head. Don't go breaking this girl's heart, Nimbus.
I will try. I'm going to try very hard. Also, whose voice? Whose voice?
Hello?
That's an important distinction. Whose voice do I hear in my head?
No one's voice. just
Okay.
me.
alright.
Just me being a bit of an ass.
All right. Mother Trizelda, I want to investigate one of these leads as quickly as possible. I got a ping down by the docks, but it appeared to be moving. So I think maybe we should go there first. If that's okay with everyone else. Perhaps we'll be back in the morning. I don't want to disturb you any further.
We'll be back when we have something to
course.
share.
Do you need to keep her? Do you need to keep her animal? Would that help you locate her continually? The stuffed bear?
It might. If Abigail is willing to part with it.
Abby
it
nods
definitely-
happily.
All right. Let's go quickly because I want to make sure she's not moving too far.
It looks
To
like
find out
it
how
was.
she's moving.
Exactly.
It looks like that it was some sort of like moving throughout the docks and patrolling them by the looks of it. That seems like the type of like
Interesting.
feeling.
All right.
Would you like to go to the? How long do you know her location for?
I just know it.
Yeah, but
I
like you would, it would probably only last for the duration of the spell. Like you would get a ping, you would know she was moving and what direction she was moving in.
The spell doesn't really have a duration like that. I think it's just when you cast it, you find out where it is.
Yeah, and so you found out where she is, but you did know she was moving. So you have an
Okay.
idea of where to start looking, is what I'm saying.
Yes, exactly. I will also say that it automatically overcomes protections against detection and divination of a lower level.
That's perfectly fine. There were none. I just wanted to know. I just wanted you to know that you don't have her exact location because she was moving, but you have like the
Right.
starting point.
All right, Nim is hot stepping it.
Yeah.
Then.
I'll give Abigail a little squeeze before I put her down on her bed and tuck her in. We'll be back as soon as we can.
At that moment, Cassandra, this girl falls asleep for the first time in a couple of days.
We love. Cass.
We must be
Cass,
really
Cass.
boring if she fell asleep.
Give her a smooch on the head.
Okay.
Do it.
Mwah! On the head. On the head.
Abigail will remember that.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Skitter.
Do y'all head towards the docks area?
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Indeed, Rooney. Unless we
Yep.
want to split up and each take a different location.
It would be very spooky conventions. We should split up to cover more ground.
Honestly,
I would not
I
recommend.
kind of think we should.
No.
We just got a very clear I would not do that from the DM. So
It just kind of sounds like a suggestion to me. I don't know.
Yeah, reverse psychology. I'm going to the library.
You are free to do that if you'd like.
Oh God. Nope.
I'm
So
not
yeah,
letting her go
that's-
anywhere by herself.
let's just go to the docks. Let's just go to the
No, I don't think you will.
All right, so, you will head to the area where you basically last pinged her,
Mm-hmm.
and you have your starting point. So, currently you are on basically like one of like the dock, like one of the physical wooden docks. There's a number of fishing boats that appear to be going out for some night fishing.
Cassandra, do you think you could use your spiritual sense here?
I believe I could. And spirits.
Yeah, lots of spirits. They appear basically. There appears to be a number of like, imagine them as like blue, androgynous blue outlines just floating above the water.
What's this kid's name again that we're looking for?
Lavania.
Lavania. Yoo-hoo, are any of you Lavania spirits?
Abigail sent us?
Yes, we're here on behalf of your roommate, Abigail.
The spirits are all just staring at you.
Raise your spirit hand if you're Lavinia.
One of them goes to open their mouth and just water comes out.
I imagine these are all spirits of people who may have drowned in the bay.
Maybe sleeping with the fishes, as it were. We did see evidence of some gang infighting on the docks when we first arrived, so...
They were made an offer they couldn't refuse.
Which one of you is the goblin that got stabbed and fell into the water? Raise your hand.
I know it's fairly recent.
Sorry!
The spirit that opened its mouth, could I or Nim perhaps read lips?
It just opened its mouth like it was going to
Damn!
speak, and it just water falls out of it.
Reh.
I don't know about y'all, but this shit.
This shit loaded.
And you feel like if the spirit wanted to, it could move towards you and give you a sensation of drowning.
Ooh.
I don't
Bad.
care for that.
Could I hop either underworld or occultism to see if I can find any traces of Mothman.
Sure.
Mothman TM copyright.
I'll actually
Or
just give it to you,
Mothman.
Lynx. You don't find any traces of Mothman, but can everyone give me a perception check?
Dun, dun, dun.
Perception.
A little bit average.
Load, Cassandra.
Ooh, even less. I'm distracted.
As you are all looking about, trying to like find a starting point, Cassandra will be the one to notice it.
Woo!
What looks like to be a barrel next to a box that has like an axe in it. As you move closer to it, the figure becomes less barrel-shaped and more humanoid-shaped, and you see what appears to be a goblin with just a hatchet sticking out of the back of their head.
Ooh.
Isn't that the goblin we saw on day one?
No, it's another goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, this
But
one
they're
was
wearing a very similar
flashing damage.
outfit and like very similar colors of like a brown and green, with like a checkered vest.
Go little rock star.
Lavania, we're here. We have your bear. Shoot, I don't even know what to be looking for.
A little barrel goblin with the hatchet. Have you seen a child named Lavinia whose spirit might be in 3 different parts?
Cassandra, he's so dead.
It's a corpse. You're speaking.
Oh, it's a corpse. I thought it was the spirit. I thought it was the spirit. That was it.
I mean,
I don't know, girly. I did too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a corpse.
I mean, question, Will.
Yep.
How nice is this axe?
Oh my god.
It's just a regular hatchet.
Defile it. Defile it. Defile it.
And
Defile it.
like the
Defile
front
the body.
appears to like chipped and crusted with blood.
And how fresh is this goblin?
Within the last 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh god damn!
So he's still warm.
Yeah.
God damn.
How clean is it?
Sorry, what?
How clean is the goblin? Like, you know.
Decently clean. They look like a kid who lives on the streets.
Oh,
Is there-
Like
Oh,
a, sorry,
yikes.
they look
child
like
murder.
they look like a guy who lives on the streets, like a goblin who lives on the
Okay.
streets.
Is there any
Now I'm
sort of
now I'm back to contemplate eating him.
is there any sort of indication that like this was culty, like a sacrifice or some sort of brand mark maybe?
Make me a society check, actually.
See, that's funny because I don't think I will.
Okay.
Wait, no, sorry. I don't think I will.
Okay. Make me an occultism check.
Yeah, I have a +0 to society for a reason. Oh wait, no, I don't.
I was gonna say how you scale off of intelligence.
Yeah,
So
I always
it-
confuse society and diplomacy.
That's right.
It's not culty.
Mhm.
However, like based off of like the wounds the goblin has in the dress, and considering the goblin that you all saw earlier kind of getting shanked, this might be like some gang, like some territory fighting.
Bad.
Okay. I guess what I was contemplating earlier about Lavania is that if she was split into 3, it would most likely be mental, spiritual, and physical. But if we're looking for the former 2, I don't know what they would look like or the difference. If it's her physical form, then that might be in a crate or barrel somewhere, but it wouldn't be moving unless someone was moving it.
Right.
Is there anyone out and about on the docks besides like the fishing boats
Make me a
that are on the
perception
water?
check.
I have been trying so hard this entire episode not to go like super chip detective mode because that's not Garl.
Mother Trisilda told us she was a goblin, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I thought.
Well, Margot
was
is a
the
goblin.
Margot's the goblin.
One of the missing
Lavania,
girls.
we actually. didn't-
Just kidding.
Well, I did see
Lavania-
her. I saw Lavania in Abigail's memory.
Yes, you did. So small built girl, hair like long and almost gray,
Interesting.
very similar to Cassandra's hair.
Interesting. Any indication as to ancestry?
elf.
Interesting. Well, we're looking for a young elf that looks kind of like Cassandra.
Not again.
Huh?
I guess I just start looking and maybe doing some read aura, detect magic, that kind of thing.
So with the 27 perception, does anyone else want to make a perception check to look around the general docks area?
Why not?
I suppose.
I'll keep my eye on the spirit
Garl.
world too.
Garl, in an alleyway adjacent to all of you, you can
Uh-oh.
see what appears to be a small goblinoid figure keeping an eye on all of you.
I am, because this may come into play before I know it, just going to absentmindedly click my heels together, cast Longstrider, and then run at this goblin as fast as my Longstrider enhanced speed can.
Make me an athletics check to see if you can grab the goblin before the goblin run away.
36.
Yeah, you grab the goblin by the scuff of their vest. They're wearing a vest, the same type of vest as the goblin that has the hatch in the back of their head.
Nice.
Hello, little nosy
Hey,
one.
hey, put Ziggy
Care for
down!
some?
Ziggy just wants to get friend.
Ziggy!
Oh, is that your friend in the barrel?
Yeah.
You know who might have done that?
Yeah, the big lady with the big lady with the bear mask.
The big
That's
lady with the
new.
bear mask. Oh no, it's the
Masks-
huntress from
Masked ladies have been killing people here, and they pushed the Adani out of their territory, so they started attacking us. Can you put me down?
I will put him down near his friend.
I'm sorry about your friend, and I'm sorry about my friend. This is my friend Garl.
Looking at
Always
you,
nice to
Nim.
hear.
Make me a perception check. Lynx, Nim, and Cassandra for insight.
So I have used my Longstrider for the day. There's now an hour clock.
Sorry, Will, did you say perception?
Yep, perception for insight.
Okay, for insight. That was what I was missing.
Nope. Roll 20.
So
There we
20,
go.
a 32, and a 35.
Cassandra
So-
gets a read on them. There's appears to be some recognition. At least towards Cassandra and Lynx.
Interesting.
Have we met before?
No, wait, are you all from Lutania?
Yes, actually.
Like yes and sort of no, but
Wait,
more yes
were,
than no.
were you all in that bar brawl thing?
Yes.
Shit.
The cousins they'll be so happy.
Oh.
Here, wait, your friends,
Are
come,
you
come,
cousins with the
your
Gob
friends,
Squad?
come with me, come with
Wait,
Ziggy.
wait. I'm sorry. We would love to come with you, but we're actually kind of in the middle of a mission. We're looking for a little girl named Lavania. Elven light hair.
Wait, long silvery hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one that put the hatchet in his head.
Well,
A child?
No, they were big. Like full
Okay.
grown.
Oh no.
That's even more worrisome.
I'm very confused.
Did you see which way she went?
She disappeared into the mists in the docks. Maybe Margot know? Maybe Margot would know.
What?
Margot.
What? You know where Margot is?
Yeah, she's with us.
The one with the snake.
Yeah, she has a stuffed snake.
Oh, well that's wonderful news. Margot was adopted and is not abducted. That's lovely. How did you come by Margot?
Margot found us. Well, we found Margot. She was wandering around during the day one day. It was like, goblin! And we were like, goblin! And it was like, cousin! And then we were hugging, and then she came and stayed with us.
I understand.
Okay, all right. Well, that's actually really good news. She was formerly at an orphanage and they were worried she was missing. There's been kind of a rash of disappearances there. Oh, goodness gracious. That's wonderful news.
Cassandra, Lynx, and Nim, just a little fun reminder for y'all about past events in the campaign that may have gone to the back of your heads. One of the subject matter that Ray's family was researching
Oh
was
boy.
the artificial aging of the Ray clones.
No,
They were
it had occurred to me.
they are from Kalmia.
That's what I meant when I said that's even more worrisome.
Yeah.
You know what, William? Last week when you said something about an orphanage, I sure did think to myself, golly, it's a good thing Ray's not here. But I have a weird feeling that Ray will somehow be involved in this one way or another.
Or A Ray.
I was right.
Her family.
Oh, just wait till you go back to the orphanage in the day and the children are playing Fiery Ray, Fiery Ray. It's like Bloody Mary, but it's the equivalent for this world.
I'm gonna blow my
Bloody
brains out.
Mary, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy.
Does the woman with the bear mask kind of come here often?
Yeah,
Or
she
was
and the rabbit woman and the frog masked woman.
Oh no.
They'll come and they have their hatchets and they hurt us and they're trying to clear us out of these docks.
So they have masks that match their stuffies.
Yeah.
That
So someone
Well,
is abducting orphans, magically aging them, and using them to fight a turf war.
That's
That seems like a lot of extra steps.
This is truly nothing that I expected to happen.
yeah, no.
okay. Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events. I suppose we could wait here and wait for her to come back.
Why wait here? We've been keeping eye on them. Ziggy's friends know about these people. We know what they're doing. They go when daytime comes. They go and they hide. Well, maybe not hide. They go into Calm Sea Fishery. But please, come to home. We can talk there. We can help you. You help our friends, we'll help you.
Okay, all right.
I don't think
Lead.
we've seen them around the library at any point, have you?
Library?
The Salagosa University Library.
Oh no, they don't let me in there anymore. I set it on fire once.
Oh, well, that's probably
Oh
reasonable
boy.
then.
Kind of a good move on their part, I would think.
All right. We will come with you. We would love to see your cousins again. They were valiant competitors.
They will lead you into that back alley. They'll open up a sewer grate.
After you, Nim.
Thank you, Cassandra.
And yeah, you guys will crawl down into the sewers, and they'll walk you through like the cramped sewer tunnels for a while until it comes into like a much larger basin, and it is just filled with like hammocks and beds and like furniture and tents and like things are hanging from the ceiling in precarious ways, and it's just this entire area is just filled with goblins.
While we traverse the sewers, oh great benevolent DM, might I roll a craft and use 2 infused reagents, perhaps 3 infused reagents if Garl would also like, to make a little like rub and stuff for their noses so that they don't smell sewage. Like just
stuff.
No, you can
rubbing
do
stuff. I'm gonna
a
do
little
that.
vaporoo.
A little Beaks Vaporum.
that. Yeah,
Good for
I'll
what
let
ails
do
you.
that.
Happily take some vaporoo.
I will use 1 infused reagent each.
So, after a short time walking through the sewers, you come to this goblin-filled room. In the center of it, on like a platform that's been built on the water, you see what appears to be like a number of like actual beds and things. And yes, sitting on those beds appear to be like jumping up, telling a story, like very, very active with their arms. You can see is the Gob Squad.
Nice.
Carl does not know the God Squad.
Carl does
No, she
not.
does not.
Upon you all entering, every single goblin's head just turns to you. A number of them like bring out weapons and things, and then you just hear the goblin squad say, "We're so happy you be here!" And they jump off and like they run across the rafts, and like this like small like these 6 goblins just come and like jump on the 3 of you in like a massive group hug.
Incredible.
Oh,
And-
it's good to see that you guys are okay.
As we reunite with some old friends,
On
that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.
a good note, where we started with spoopy and missing children.
So
Perhaps
everyone, thank
dead
you so much for
children, yeah.
coming to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like the Calling Chronicle, the Strength of Thousands AP, and of course on Sunday, the bonus stream. I'm going to see if anyone I know is online, and if they are, we'll go give them a raid. Yeah, PJ is online, so let's go say hi to PJ.
We love.
But yeah, so everyone, thank you for coming. Don't forget to check out our many other shows on the channel. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
You all come back now, you hear?